Fucking cheek of him. Like, I mean, he's hosting the show and he can't be arsed to show up.
Yeah.
Look,
you wanted to bring him in, and this is what he does.
Well, this is it. Like, you know, we're trying to do our best here, trying to like jazz things up a little bit. But at least we got KC into as an emergency sub. Like, otherwise,
I should have bought my sexy fucking suit jacket.
You should have bought your
You're
waistcoat.
sexy as
Yeah.
hell as it is. You don't need a suit jacket.
Oh
You
no,
buy your sexy panda onesie.
that's true. But
It's not the
Mrs.
yeah.
McGee, you haven't seen my jackets.
You're furry now. Jonathan.
I no comment. I don't judge. I don't judge.
No comment for now.
A few more
Shall we
drinks
visit
in.
this later?
I want to make that clear. For now.
For now.
No comment.
So,
Look, we're finally back on the records.
Yes.
On this one, and we are joined. Well, the nerds, us nerds, are joined by two other nerds. We've got Kira in the back. We've got KC in front. Dennis is meant to be hosting.
He's here
Yeah.
in spirit.
No, he's not.
he was meant to be in here.
Yeah.
In spirit.
In spirit.
You can almost
Through
argue
the magic
that,
of editing.
that cut of Fear's Alan Morph.
Oh.
And when we
Well, by all
Bit
means.
of RPG reference there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he also fears Alan Morph, he fears Violet Storm, he fears Casey Colt and Selena and Kratos O'Neill and
fears
Super Fox and
success.
Eddie Youngblood. You know, he fears a
I
lot of
love how
people.
I love how I'm three of those people, and I
Yeah.
have beaten him numerous times in those matches.
Yeah.
So, huh?
Yeah. She's okay.
Michaela was shared between the two
It
of
was a
you.
share, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah,
sounds so wrong.
that Michaela was shared between the two of us.
Yes. Sounds like a fun night though.
Not for Michaela. It
No, I
wasn't.
don't think so, yeah.
That poor
Very some
girl
negative
addict.
connotations there, you know?
So we have, so we're finally on the record. So, as I said, Dennis was supposed to be hosting this. Jonathan is going to be taking over as the host for this
I am the
episode.
baldest person here, so it seems fair, doesn't it?
That is true.
Yeah.
So, what is our topic?
Our topic, as selected by our host in absentia, is... Topic was going to be the most cringe moment of your life, with bonus points for inflicting second-hand cringe. So today it's about cringe moments of your life. But bear in mind, of course, this is on the record. It can be cringe moments of other people's lives as well. Like,
No one tells me that shit because I tell it to everyone else.
So
Well-
it's reference to you. To the last
You
episode.
son of a bitch.
That you used your own fucking shit against
Oh,
you.
that bastard. So much for fucking winging it.
yes,
Motherfucker.
he winged a fairly good prompt. In fairness, so yes, I will be host here. So take it away.
My entire life is an embarrassment.
I mean, that is valid, but I don't know if it's.
You can hit him. You're in reach.
No, that's fine. I'm not going to resort to violence
Yet.
yet.
You'll
I'll start off with an easy cringe.
Yeah. Let's go. We'll go around the room with one, and then we can leave it up to the floor. I think it's a fair way of doing it.
Okay, let's see. What's embarrassing? An easy. Probably one of the easiest embarrassing stories that ever happened was when I forgot the words, to a song I was singing on stage, and instead of walking off to the side, I decided I'll walk forward and walk off the stage that way. I missed my footing and just went
Oh no.
face planted down the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
While the woman who the music teacher was still playing the piano at the time. It was like, you could have stopped. You really could have stopped playing the piano at this point and just, helped me up off the floor.
Yeah.
But no. She
Just kept
continued to
being-
play on my own, on the piano. While I fell.
just for that extra level of poignancy.
Only to hear the entire front row go, ooh. And then one voice. I'm like, you bastards. And didn't get up after that. And I did not sing again in school until I hit... That was primary school, so I didn't actually sing ever again in front of the stage until I hit secondary school. Fourth year in secondary school, so that was a good solid... Let's see, that's first class, so... Third, fourth, fifth, sixth... First, second, third... So, it was solid 8 years before I felt the courage to get up on stage again.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty bad. So
Thanks.
yeah, no, I'll award points for that. Again, for the whole the bonus is the second-hand cringe. So I understand where you come with the whole being on stage and the fright and all that sort of
Oh,
stuff.
there's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, more will
So
come.
I'll award 3 for the story itself, and then a bonus 2 for the second-hand cringe.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Do we actually will you just chain the second-hand cringe together? If everyone just feels the second-hand cringe, like ding, 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 that's your bonus points.
Oh god, I actually just had the shit of remembering it.
Yeah. Like fucking insert social
your one.
meme fucking here.
So,
Are we going? Just around?
well, whoever, like, it's
Okay.
free to the floor, like, I mean,
Who
everyone,
wants to go next? Come
everyone
on.
gets one story, then
We're all friends here, kids. We're all
I
friends.
know, I'm still thinking.
This is just going to be on the internet for time and more.
I kind of forgot that part.
I've been there with Amy. Like I have forgotten words mid song, but I'd say probably when I fell down the stairs in school. So we had so 3 floors but 6 set of stairs because they were the doubles, and we were on the top floor. All girl Catholic school,
Oh god.
so skirts.
Mm.
And I have notoriously bad ankles. Went over on my ankle on the top step and fell down the stairs. Except that it was our class was going down to the hall and our 2 teachers were at the front. So I fell down the stairs and was this close from taking out 2 teachers like
Fucking
pins
bowling
and
style.
bowling.
Yeah.
Because I literally did from hook, like literally,
Just snowball.
like when he what was Cannonball? I can't remember what the kid's name was in Hook. And then he literally just turns out.
Oh
the
yeah,
ball.
when you
Yeah, literally.
I split my pants in school. We got new uniforms, so the girls had a choice between grey trousers that were disgustingly tight.
Yeah.
No matter what size you got them, they were just too tight on you, or else you had like the royal blue skirt. And one day we were like joking around, and I like did like like pop a squat sort of thing, and the entire trouser they ripped right on my arse. And I was like, oh god, this is okay. We were close to the chaplain's office, who had spare skirts and stuff like that. So I just went to her and like, hey, I need a lend of a skirt, and she was like, yeah, sure, no worries. And it was a skirt that had not been like hadn't been like altered or anything like that. So like I'm tall, okay, if you haven't noticed. The skirts that we have uniform are just underneath the leg. This skirt came up to here.
So you're wearing like yeah, that's.
And it was just like, no matter how much you pull that shit down, that wasn't going to stay down. So I had to change into that skirt. Then I had to ask the principal to allow me to go home, and he said, no, you cannot go home. I was like, I live 10 minutes away. I need to change my skirt. This is not my actual skirt. And he was like, no. And I had to go through the rest of this. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So lunch break, we didn't have lunch that day because it was a Wednesday and we were on a half day. So we were like finished up at like 2 o'clock anyway. So we didn't have a lunch show today. I had to go through the entire day with just everyone just commenting like on your legs and stuff, because I wasn't wearing the knee-high socks either.
Yeah.
I was just wearing normal socks. Whatever. So it's just like white, pasty white legs, and just knowing that in my school bag there was severely ripped trousers right on the arse crack. And it was horrible. Fuck you, Jason Murphy. You're constantly bringing it up every year, consistently, until graduation. And then bringing it up again at our actual graduation. And then putting it in the yearbook. You piece of shit. I hope you enjoy prison.
Which kind of reminds me of my one. So like,
I'm awarding points to Kieran Amy as well, but just for those, just so you know, to keep track of the score. Don't. Some of them are public, some of them are secret ballots.
It kind of naturally transitions into mine because it's also a school related one. But like,
well, let's continue on that.
Just an
We're
embarrassing.
yeah,
It was embarrassing.
we are continuing on the trend
Yeah.
here, so let's work on that thread. So school cringe, Foxy,
but like,
Does this count as therapy?
Yes.
a little bit about
to a lesser extent, yes.
Excellent.
We get to air our grievances and
And we get to
hopefully-
drink.
Yeah, well, we do it.
I did that in school too.
We didn't have that in school.
But now it's socially acceptable. You're
Yes.
almost friends.
We're adults.
I got high.
Speak for yourself.
I got high.
Jerry, Casey will never grow old. Sorry,
You
grow
know,
up. Sorry.
I'm the oldest here.
But anyway, like,
Yes.
Oh, fuck off, is it?
back in
Bad.
primary school,
No,
the
it's just come away from the.
so
Aw, shit
didn't
balls.
know that normally like every year you get the school pictures taken,
Mm.
and usually it's the one that's used.
The
in-
one where you look like you're off your tits stoned or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that they type
Oh.
print.
We didn't have that. Like, we didn't have that this one year, and like the teacher randomly was like, yeah, like look, I'm getting photos of everyone just like we're gonna be having it up on the wall, but like didn't say anything else. Didn't say that it was actually gonna be like used for that stuff. But I thought like nothing because I was like 10, 11, whatever it was. But I was mad into the Hardy Boys, so.
This is gonna be.
And I'm a chubby kid, so like
By all means, please tell me you had the sleeves.
I didn't have the sleeves.
Oh.
I didn't have the sleeves
Do you have
because
the colour here?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Like, I had very short hair, but it was a chubby kid. But like for some reason, I just decided to go like this.
Oh god.
Oh.
Cringe!
There you go. Give me those
Cringe.
points.
4 points. 4 points of cringe.
Look, they're all fucking cringing
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'm,
give me more
I'm
points.
watching the.
More
I'm watching
points
the
for that.
camera. I'm watching the camera. Don't worry, Casey.
Mr. Nolan Viscount, do you have the yearbook from 2004 that celebrated the 50th anniversary of our school?
I have it probably somewhere buried deep in a vault, never to be seen again.
Oh no!
But yeah,
Where is it?
this as I said,
Mm.
this photo was taken,
Yes.
and I thought it was only going to be like in the class, like don't know,
A joke kind of thing.
So you
Yeah.
can see like the students like in doing weird stuff.
Yes.
But didn't realise that this was actually our year photo,
To be
and this
fair,
was
I
going to
actually
be
sleep
held
on
there
this.
for the next
For
couple
For
of
time
years.
immoral. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like, it went from being
That's another bonus
in
point
the
of cringe.
room, in the classroom, which I was fine with that, to being moved after I'd left
Oh.
Outside the room.
Oh no.
in the hall
no,
for
no.
everyone to see for 3 years.
Only 3 years. My fucking photo was
No, no,
still
no.
up in the hall.
No. This photo in particular was left for 3 years. But I still have several photos that are still scattered around that school.
Yeah, I actually.
To this day.
I'm just after
And
realizing.
I'm 30 fucking 2.
I am also 32, and I know for a fact that my photo was up for 6 consecutive years
Mm.
in the study hall for academic endeavour, and contribution to the school activities, mentor, student of the year.
Now,
Mm.
I will say I'll also say with this is the fact that like this is
And
the
my tie gets progressively more. Do you know when when you're in school
Yeah.
and like you start off and like your tie is like perfect,
Prim and proper. Yeah.
prim and proper for first and maybe second year, and then third year it gets
It's around
looser.
your head.
Yeah.
And then it's looser, and then by 6th year it looks like you're wearing a blouse that's like open and just the tie is there as like
Yeah,
a bit of a scarf. That was my 6th year photo. Was like the
Mm.
tie is very loose. I had bangs, like bangs
Yeah,
in
yeah.
my hair.
Bang,
It
bang.
was like proper layered throughout the whole thing. It looked like a grunge goddess kind
Yeah.
of thing. My hair was dyed black.
Mm.
I was an alt girl before they were actually a thing because I had the blonde streaks in it as well.
Mm.
I was getting a photo taken with the Lord Mayor because I'd won Student of the Year and he was giving out the awards for Student of the Year. And my mom refused to display that photo of me with the Lord Mayor and the principal because she goes, you look like a harlequin. And I was like, I don't think I look that bad. And my dad's like, it's not a harlequin, it's called Goth Yvonne. Get with the times. And that was like,
Points there.
Yes.
That was literally it. My dad was like, because I was very into My Chemical Romance and Fall Out Boy and Bullet for My Valentine at that point, and I'm nearly 100%. At that point as well, I kind of really started. My dad started like playing older music for me.
Yeah.
At that point, so I was like, I'm totally Robert Smith from The Cure.
So
Grateful Dead.
yeah, I will tack on to my story, and it's like this was the first time I've actually shown personality in any of the photos that were ever done.
Mhm.
Because up until that, during the early time in primary, any photo that you see of me is basically like I have kind of like
Bowl
half
cup?
about not a bowl, but like
Oh,
it's
an actual tangible fringe.
an actual like the hair is just almost like a bowl, but like
Yeah.
it's like, but that was the hairstyle. But I had no teeth. I had my teeth taken out very young,
I know that feeling.
and for like all of them,
Oh.
all these motherfuckers were gone.
Yeah.
And for at least 3 years, I had no teeth. Like that's how long it took for them to actually
Oh
grow.
God. I actually
So
know Kathleen
any
now.
photo that the school has of me is like this.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
Pretty much.
Thank you.
Ash. I couldn't because I didn't have teeth to
I
fucking
think
say
that
ash.
actually, my brother didn't have, my brother for his communion photos, he has no front teeth because he didn't lose them in a normal losing them kind of way. Him and Damien did karate when they were younger.
Karate.
And Damien punched him in the face, and Paul lost.
That was
his
very
teeth.
karate. In
And
fairness.
Paul
We all
lost
did it,
his,
it's like-
and Paul lost his 2 front teeth from it. And my mum was pissed because it came up just before communion season.
Yeah.
So like all of Paul's
Karate,
pictures, he's
not
like
fucking kung fu.
he's
as it
like
became.
he's doing like he's trying to smile with his teeth and stuff like that, but all you can see is just 2 gaps. But he didn't know what to do, so he kept sticking his tongue through it. That was like so anytime we used to joke about anytime like Paul and we're talking about
Yeah.
this would have been a perfect story for the shit in the lift.
Yeah, that's the same time.
Casey, you haven't.
Casey needs to share a bit of cringe. So
Yeah.
Okay.
you need to get on board, Casey.
And I know, but immediately I'm thinking, I did a few stories with my parents. I'm just like, okay, long story short, my mum caught the bouquet at my friend's wedding. And when I say caught, she dived through 2 orders.
She punched the bridesmaid.
She used to play basketball, so it was like kind of almost instinct to her to.
I need to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
As long as you didn't slam a dunk, you're grand, I think. Like.
But just.
Yeah. So,
Threw it on the ground.
see you in the November.
3
See you at
stories,
the
I
divorce.
think, that were all kind of related to one thing that because I'm on camera, I was there. I'm not going to say what I did.
We can bleep it out.
Mr. Nolan, do you remember being allowed to leave school premises at break time?
Only if you're like the 5th and 6th year, yes.
Yeah, do you remember why that got brought in?
No, I don't, because that
He
happened
was doing drugs
before.
behind his bike shed.
Oh, it was nothing to do with drugs. It was just
Snowmy is my school.
us boys raising hell down by the local shop.
The coconut, by the way.
And one of the lads,
Sorry,
somebody,
hold on, sorry, it's the real name of the shop.
the coconut, yeah,
Spelled
with
with
a
K's,
K.
yeah. Coconut, yeah.
Wow, that's cringy just for that.
Sweet. But there was a food fight involved, and boys will be fucking assholes. And
That is
the
true.
food fight died down, and somebody decided to start it up again by picking up a half full.
You say somebody. Was that somebody you? I like a bad boy.
He pleads the 5th.
He's not going to admit to anything on camera per the advice of his counsel.
Statute of limitations, honey, it's past. You're good now.
He decided to.
I would laugh if Johnny Hayes just walked in there and go, right, I fucking found you. Come on.
I knew
Come
it!
on,
I fucking
come on.
knew it was you!
Butterfield attorney right here.
He proceeded to go back, launch the milk can in across the road, and start the food fight all over again. Then walk away.
I fucking love that.
His thing though, it's 2000s Dublin, and I'm the closest thing to a black kid that the school has.
Oh,
So
Oh no.
Oh.
I have a habit of sticking out just a little bit.
No fucking way.
So
Big racial profile.
No fucking
They racial
way.
profile.
I think I'm grand. This is at 1 o'clock, so half 3. We get off at 4:45, so I'm thinking last 15 minutes, golden. Door opens, guy comes in. This principal would like to talk to Gerald Flanagan, please.
You're the only black kid that we have, so I'm going to assume it's you. I watch American TV, Gerard.
No. So what happened was, I went down to the principal's office. Principal said, "You're in trouble. Wait there." Of course, me being the good little goody two-shoes until then, I was shaking. I started bawling. The school bell goes. Everybody, 1st years, 2nd years, 3rd years, 4th years, 5th years, 6th years, walk by, see me cry. Like few lads knew me. They stopped. They're like, "Yeah, you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just in trouble." So after that, principal calls me and goes, "Yeah, go tell your mum and dad to get in touch with the school."
That's it?
it should be it, but no. I go home, bawling, tell me mum and dad what happened, they have to get in touch with the school. Get in touch with the school. By that, do you ever seen that portrait of Marie Antoinette going to the gallows?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
My mum, dad and granny walked me into the school, 9 o'clock the next morning, in front of everybody, mimicking that scene. So eventually, after like 20 minutes at the door, principal calls me here, go wait there. He's shocked as I am. Like, dude, just telephones exist.
Oh my god, there's another black man in this country. That's literally what the principal's thinking.
So,
Oh my god, there's 2 of them.
They've multiplied.
so
I'm so sorry.
teacher comes in.
Edit that.
Teacher comes in, says, "Alright, look, I know Jay. He's a sound lad. I've known him either 2 days or 9 days. This like 4th, 2nd week of school.
Oh god.
He's sound. He's a great student, but I have to make an example out of him because we can't have hell raising. I'm just giving him the minimum punishment, suspending him for 3 days."
That doesn't sound like the minimum punishment. It sounds like detention should come
I
first.
know
Yeah.
this school. I know this school. They are soft touches when it comes to dickheads if they're good at grades. Like
No,
they're-
but like a minimum, like realistically, just.
Oh, by the way, my vice principal looks like Frollo from Hunchback of Notre
yeah,
Dame.
he
I
had a
take it
big,
back.
he had
I
a big
understand.
like a grey afro essentially,
Wow.
big bald and grey afro. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we just hope this never
I
happens.
hope you screamed at him, stop appreciating my culture.
No, like,
Or what you talking about?
we're going home. My mum said, when you get home, because my and dad had to go to work, when you go home, you go around the back way so no one sees you go home, walk up the main road. But anyway, back into school. As a result of the hell raising, of which I wasn't the only
I
one,
need to speak to my future mother-in-law.
she'll probably laugh off it, you probably get on great with her. But
Good to know.
Yeah.
the school, so this is 3 stories in one, but
Yeah, no, it's fine.
the
He's
So-
making up for lost time.
school decided to get uniforms to separate juniors from seniors as a
Yeah.
result of that
Mm.
hell raising.
Yes.
So as a result, 4th to 5th years are the only ones that could leave at break time. Juniors and students had to stay in.
Yeah.
And so 3 years later, when I go to be a
Senior.
senior student,
Because you did TY as well, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting the
That's how I
new,
know him from TY.
I'm getting the new jumper.
You skipped a year.
I skipped it. Yeah.
I'm getting the new uniform, getting the jumper. My ma goes, give him an extra large. Now, I'm not like I am now. Back then, I'm like, ma, like, my best mate, same height as me, he's getting a small, it fits him perfectly. Please
You're
let me
gonna
get.
grow into it.
You're gonna grow it, my fucking death. Nothing growing into it. It's a dress. So, that's the 3rd story. I was in TY. It was the 50th anniversary of the school. That they tried to go all out on the yearbook. So they're taking the class photos under at the front to the right. I'm wearing a HBK cross. The bloody photographer
You get-
actually makes a point to say, look, that's back from the camera, looks at me and goes, "Could you put that inside?" I was like, yeah, no worries. Put it inside. Boom, photo's taken. Don't think anything of it. I see the photo, right? See the full classes, right? There's a little gap and me. There's literally a little gap between them and me. One of my friends took a photo of that, pull up on his Bebo page. That's how it's showing our age. About stop racism today. And I am just so glad that look, a few years later that would have gone viral, but
Oh
because
God,
this was
yeah.
very early,
Very
stage-
local as well. It
Yeah.
was just all amongst a group, like, and that was it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
God damn.
That is
sorry
amazing.
for
No.
God damn.
No, Mr. Casey has hoovered up the points here.
Yeah.
I'm giving 5, I'm giving 2, and I'm giving another 5.
I'm gonna say that the hand-me-down, me and Damien went to the same secondary school. So Damien was just coming out of junior, I was going in, and so I got his old royal blue jumper, and it was literally down to my thighs, and I was like, I never grew into that. And then I was like, I'm getting a new senior jumper. I'm not taking Damien's shitty hand-me-down jumper on that one. No, I had to take Damien's shitty hand-me-down fucking jumper for it. I ended up like throwing it into the wash and threw it into the dryer on like an extra hot heat to try and shrink it. Those fucking school uniforms are indestructible. Oh my god, indestructible!
Point for like
Not being able
non-verbal.
to speak. But like, oh, they were fucking horrific. They were the worst fucking things in the goddamn world. Although I have to admit, I did like the navy blue as opposed to the royal blue for the uniforms. But it was to differentiate seniors from juniors.
I changed schools midway through TY because of
Just the nuns.
moving. Yeah, the nuns were. I was told that I was a sin for the decisions of my parents. Well done.
Yeah, the nuns kicked me out of school as well for fornicating with boys.
But I transferred schools because we moved and the commute was just a bitch. I can remember getting the new uniform like that. So Mum, now I was already big at that point. But she'd still get me extra large jumpers. I'm not gonna get any fucking taller at this point. Really, I'm not gonna grow into it. No. But she, because it was a mixed school, we could then go for skirt or trousers.
Borza?
And I can remember Mum was like, grey trousers, yeah, that's fine. You have to have a skirt. You have to have a skirt. And I was like, I don't have to have a skirt. It's not required in the new school. I don't have to have it. But we went, there's 2 shops in Auckland to get it. They didn't have a skirt in the first shop and they only had one in the second shop.
I don't want it, no.
And it didn't fit properly.
Oh.
It was this much too small.
No.
And we went to get it
Altered.
And I can remember being measured and I was like, why did you buy one too small?
I fucking hate it. Uniforms are the fucking worst thing in the world. Like,
Agreed.
the whole point of a uniform was like, oh, so you're not making fun of other children, and it literally just kind of just destroys you with just that little bit much so you won't cause anarchy in our school. No, all it fucking did was literally make people make alterations to their uniform, and you could still pick out the old kids in those ones as well. You fucking see us a mile away. We're the ones that have our fucking thumbs hooked into the fucking cuff of the jumper, sort of thing.
Ed-rated.
Oh my god, like.
Same boy's principal, Adam walking by him. This is when, years after the fact, we get on the ground, he goes to me, because it's my first time actually having braids in, walking around, had blue in it, and actually went well with the jumper, looking back. But he's just there having a crack with us, turns to me, and now Flanagan, he was part of some tribe there.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, he's racial profiling you already.
I would have went,
That's
yeah.
yours, Foxy?
Oh, thank you. Do you want to see what it is?
Can you tell what it is, yeah?
Oh my god.
Yeah, with bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, bacon double cheeseburger with an egg on top.
You know John's takeaway down at the Walkertown roundabout? No.
Oh.
What's that?
John's takeaway.
Yes.
Go ahead.
They do a 50-50 burger, which is like big ass burger bun, fillet chicken, burger bun.
Ooh, that's what I'm
The
saying.
bars actually do that as well. They do the deluxe. Oh. You can get a batter burger as the actual patty, as opposed to just that.
When you're coming back over, sorry, in my
Yes.
handbag, in the back pocket, there might be, there should be like a liquid. Do you see one? There's not really anything in the. Yeah. No, that's a mirror.
Yes.
By the way, Amy, just while you were telling a story there,
Let's keep you entertained.
Here we go.
So for uniforms, I was also in jeans as a child,
Into.
which was brownies. For jeans, so basically before guides, you're in St. Bridget's for jeans.
let's go.
No, the beavers were for skirts.
Okay.
Beaver scope skirts.
Which means money I'm good at that.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Go on, Kira.
God damn it, Takei!
I was about 9.
My shoulders
we
are
were
very
doing-
limber.
No, it would have been about 10 actually. We did a talent show,
Sorry. Yes, talent show.
and one of the songs we were doing was the Oompa Loompa song.
This is
Except
getting
that we had to get dressed at the in the hall of the church before getting the bus and going over. So, orange face paint. I can't remember what colour the top was. Oh,
It's a
pillows
brown. It's a
shoved
brown.
up the front.
It's a brown top with white pants, orange face, and green suspenders.
Yeah.
Oh sweet Jesus.
Just insert an image of Oompa Loompa
Yeah,
into the
please.
mix.
Thank you.
I can remember looking out the bus window as people were driving by.
No, thank you.
you.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, people laughing. Mhm. Yep. Yeah.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Other kids got to be in when they did the section from Annie. No, I got lumped in with the Oompa Loompas. Just because I was fucking round.
I used to wear violet. You are now. But like
How very dare you?
she is. She's Violet Storm.
Yeah, but that's how to say it.
You don't have to say it. No, but instead we'll make reference to it in the RPG.
Can I have salt, please?
Nah, you can throw it at Amy.
It's not
Just
gonna
salt.
work.
Don't even
It's
look
not
at
gonna work.
Pass the salt around.
So before I end up like demolishing this more, so
Jesus Christ.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
Oh my God.
I'm
Would you
fucking
have a
starving.
fork at least? Would you just poke it like with it like you normally do with chicken?
There we
There you go.
So yeah, when I went to secondary school, now I was still very, very fucking shy and
Yeah.
timid.
Fucking Foxy flying timid. Who would have known?
See, you wouldn't have known now. Like,
Yeah.
like back then, you wouldn't get this out of me. Like,
Shockingly,
with
people
conversation.
change.
What
Yeah.
are the odds?
What
I
are
don't
you-
know that because I've always been very loud.
I
Yeah. You're
I,
gonna get really withdrawn now, like a couple of years ago. And I'm like, God, what's happened to me?
I thank and blame wrestling at the same time for this. But what? You don't have it? What?
What's wrong?
Uh-oh.
Did
You
I
said-
order the wrong thing?
What did you order?
I'm pretty sure I selected quarter pounder. That doesn't look like a quarter pounder to me.
No, it did not.
Did you?
No, that has a
No.
leg on it, so
Mine has
I
not.
only wanted a quarter pounder, not a double.
Oh, was it chicken you know, or is it?
No, just an ordinary quarter pounder.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
I think, unless I pressed the wrong fucking button again.
Is it chicken?
Chicken Buster Burger. It says here.
Oh, you hit the wrong thing.
I did the wrong thing.
Sorry.
Right, up. That's me.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
You still have
Did I
the.
get a point for being
Are you still able to eat that? Yeah, no, we're good then.
Okay, right.
What's the chicken like?
The chicken is nice in fairness, yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
Foxy.
you were shy.
Foxy being shy.
Me being shy in secondary school. So, first year I am very tight hairstyle, like really short, like a one all round. But I have this fucking rat's tail. I don't know why I decided to grow a rat's tail.
I actually
At
have one of
the
about
back of my head. But had that for almost the entire duration of the first year. I got bullied mercilessly
Rightfully
because
so.
of that.
Do you know what? Yeah, I
You actually kinda deserve that one, yeah.
Because like I used to also get flatted as well. So.
Oh, for
Oh,
fuck's sake!
God damn it.
You literally looked at Carney from The Simpsons.
But I was trying to make it like neat and tidy because like when it's on its own, it's fucking kind of like hair, like it's just wide and
Yeah, well, some of us
bushy.
Yeah. Some of us are going to dream of rat tail Foxy.
But
Rat-tail Foxy is just...
but anyway, like a couple of years later, I started getting into
Chicken curry
rock
chips.
music, emo music, and the likes. So my clothing choices start to get darker. So I'm wearing all black. I'm wearing a hood. Like I'm wearing the uniform, but I'm wearing black hoodie. I'm wearing a black jacket over that. Then 1 week I decide like yeah, like now I've grown out my hair in the meantime, but like and it's really long. But I'm wearing eyeliner,
Oh, God.
black black nails.
Oh, you went there.
And like a black hat, and just like I'm arriving early in the morning to school when it's still dark.
Oh.
And then while I'm waiting, I'm not going to the breakfast club like a normal student would. I'm sitting outside my first class, literally on the floor, just sitting there,
Oh god, you're that
listening to
kid.
music,
You're that kid.
and just looking like that fucking weird kid from fucking South Park.
Um,
Yeah, I got
What's his
bullied
name?
mercilessly for that.
I have to admit, actually, the Goths didn't. We didn't get too bad.
The Goths were quite a cool kid in
fucking
the castle,
numb.
surely. But surely no, the Goths never really got bullied in the castle, that I recall. They
We
just
were-
their own
we
little
were-
kind of subgrade and just left alone, like.
The serious thing is, it's kind of like they kind of left the Goth kids alone in
Yeah.
our school, and it wasn't because we're scared of you. It was just kind of like, you know what, you do you.
Yeah.
You do you,
Yeah.
we're gonna do us sort of thing.
Mm.
Like we had the punks, you had the skaters, you had the goths, you had the cool chicks, you had the dudes that they're all gonna end up in prison someday.
Yeah.
Like I mean, those were the social cliques that we had. What was the worst thing about it was actually, I'm just trying to think. I'm actually thinking about what is just horrific actually. Our
Now.
Debs.
I'm an all boys school.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even narrower cliques, like, you know.
I have-
And I'm one of the only rockers in the school
Oh.
at the time.
So you're like Eddie. from
You poor
Rocky
fucker,
Horror.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have gone to the castle, man. You would have been surrounded by people like you.
I'm building a time machine, I'm going back and getting you transferred to our school.
Yeah,
Mm.
it sounds like you went to the wrong school.
I
I
divide.
stayed with my friends.
There was just two things.
It
Well,
doesn't sound like they stayed with you.
three. You had the
Oh
smart
god, oh
kids,
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah,
fuckers,
he's
and
got
scandals. That was
we leave him alone in the morning.
It was such an even percentage of that, though.
We'll meet him
Yeah.
at the
That's the
central
thing,
bank in a couple of hours.
Well,
like-
the weird thing about that is that one was very lucky in that like he was even though he was into the rock music, he was also really into rap music, and he could
Oh.
actually fucking rap.
Bastards.
Out
He
of
started coming up with his own ones.
Look at these scumbags.
Plus
He's
one
also-
for self-made raps.
He's also half Asian, which was also like another recipe for like potential major bullying.
This kid sounded like he knew what he was doing.
So,
I'm gonna
and
rap.
then my other friend who was a rocker as well and a skater, but he was always quiet.
Yeah, kind of.
But he didn't get bullied as much as I did.
It sounds like he was flying under the radar.
Very
I
much.
kinda think
I kind of like I glammed up
Yeah.
when he didn't.
Yeah.
So like he.
I think I remember going into school. I remember starting secondary school, and I had like I never wore makeup sort of thing. I know these are kind of like that's not new because I don't wear makeup now, but that has
Of the
changed
time.
again. Like so, like starting school, I would like go in and my hair would always be very prim and proper. And it would be tied, kind of actually, just shockingly actually, it would be done like the way it is now. So it'd be have ties at the side so it wouldn't be falling down, but it was my hair was very much dead straight when I was younger, and there's a bit of a kick to it now. But so like, and then that was grand, and then I think it was like halfway through first year, I was kind of like got to a point where I was like, okay, now I'm kind of into like new music and stuff, and then all of a sudden, then I started buying blue eyeliner. Or red eyeliner, green eyeliner. Amy really liked her eyeliner choices that she had made, and then just kind of went on from there. And then the hair color started to change. And my mum and dad were like cool with this. They're like, yeah, you do you. Okay, you do you. You make yourself comfortable, sort of thing. We're not gonna judge you. We're not gonna do anything on this. And it was actually really cool, like in a sense, for my parents to do. And that was grand. And then it got to a point where like the school were like, yeah, no, we can't have this. We can't have this anymore. Like this is, we're not comfortable with having a student like this. Now, I hadn't gotten out of first year yet. Just want to point out, I'm not out of first year yet. And the reason why the teachers were so upset over this is because they believed I was dabbling in satanic kind of point of views. Because Amy went to Baldoyle. I went to St Mary's in Baldoyle, which was a Catholic girls' school.
Okay.
So I only lasted half the year there before I got to go to De La Salle, and that's when I found my people. And then I found my people, and that's when Amy went black and blonde for a year and a half, and then I went purple, and then I went raven blue, then I went black, then I went red, and then I couldn't get rid of red, and I'm still trying to get rid of red while I go purple.
While we're on the topic of
You
hairstyles,
quit red don't quit you. I need a spoon. Sorry.
No, it's cool.
We're going to talk about bad hair choices.
Bad hair choices. Well, this one was unfortunately.
I can't say nothing. I've made a few.
I am a bad hair choice.
What's that for?
I understand.
So, on the topic of that, right? This one-
Really
This one was unfortunately not inflicted by myself. Because trust me, my genetics was doing that for me. But
Bald.
like I was going when I was 17.
Fine.
I had
Fine.
17.
I had no chance, no whatsoever. I was gone. It was dead. It was like DOA. But
This
Because-
conversation's dead on arrival.
but in the interim, when you know your
Didn't
hair
even
is,
get followed by Instagram. Thanks.
but on the interim while it's going, you know, while the pattern is starting to develop, right? So obviously, like I'm kind of telling the the barbers at the time, be a bit sensible with the haircut. Don't take too much off because it's highly unlikely to fucking grow back, you know. So anyway, I get a really atrocious haircut. Now this is when I was in college, right? So I'm actually trying like be sociable and all this other stuff, and like you're not gonna be seen with a haircut that basically makes you look more bald than you actually were. But this fucking idiot took off like way too much off like certain sides. So in a way, like with the balding pattern like I have, it's all central, right? And a little bit on the side here. It's a very common one. But what you don't do is you take off so much from the middle that it accentuates this kind of like weird like a V pattern baldness that you're now going to have. So that's what this fucking idiot does, right? So I've got like hair starting off here and then hair starting off here and fringe gone. It's like, well, fuck you too, pal. I might as well just shave the whole thing off. So unfortunately, because it looked so terrible just the way it was, I had to improvise. So for a couple of weeks in college, I came in with like slick back hair, like I was a fucking 1950s fucking rocker, like I was a fucking like little James Dean. I come in with like gel, like properly gel back hair like that. Like no, honestly, like ask Burt Boss, Adam, they'll tell you it was like it was.
Just a fucking sight, man. It's like a just.
Do you remember the time that Scotty Too Hotty was over main stage, the one where like Linda gets her boots on? Yeah, I'm there. You can see that hair.
I know.
Yeah, that was the hair I'm talking about.
I know.
Yeah. So when that happens, then right, I get a text in from a mate from the castle, right? I'm walking through town. I'm walking out to his bus, right? And I get a text from my old mate from school, who I haven't seen it now in about 6-9 months at this stage. He drops me a text just randomly out of the blue, and he goes, I was just thinking about you in town, actually, seeing how you get on. I was like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, and the reason I'm saying is because I was going through town today, and I saw someone heading down Grafton Street. I was like, okay, this could be me. And it's like, and I said to him, that could be me, It's like, no, this guy looked more vampiric than normal. It couldn't be you. I was like, well, fuck you too.
That was me.
It was than normal. That was what annoyed me the most. It's like, okay, not only have you reinforced this apparent stereotype I have of being, but now I've got the hair to fucking prove it. Fucking.
I love it's like then normal.
One.
Two. Three.
That's for the next Five Factory show.
Yes.
Look.
Remind me of that. I will do it.
I know you will.
So
I know I'm laughing. Where are we going to go?
we've spoken about.
I love these challenges. I'm not lying.
Okay.
That's what was missing. I said it to KC. That's what was missing last night.
Okay, Johnny on the spot. While we're talking about wrestling, right? Foxy, cringy wrestling story. Have you got one? And this is out to anybody as fans and elsewhere. Like.
Give me a minute. I'm sure you do. Just
okay.
Give me a minute.
Right.
Go back to the hair story then for a second.
Asking God to
yes.
fuck me
Yes.
while standing in front of the VIP line waiting
Plus,
for a photo.
plus three cringe. Any second hand cringe around?
I'm surprised he didn't.
Me
Plus
just
one.
got hot. Oh no, they were very much like, But I was very drunk and they were actually kind of like,
Right. Kira, your
That's
hair
so
cringe story.
So, but as a child, my hair was really, really thin.
Mm.
So we got it chopped up into a bob. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But that was fine apart from the fringe.
Mm.
They also have a cow's lick. So I look like a McDonald's sign in front of my head.
Plus 2 for that.
That's not even the cringe part.
oh shit.
So as I'm getting
I'm not
older
loving it.
into secondary school, I
I'm living
want
it.
a nice haircut, but this is before straighteners were a thing. My hair is frizzy as fuck. Because we thought it was straight, like hair, because it hadn't gone back to being curly after we put it into the bob, and I don't know whether or not any of you are old enough to remember the hairstyle where it's slick at the front part of the side and scrunched at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well,
No.
like Amy had
No.
got
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit next to her right now.
Do you want to swap?
Second hand.
We said-
That's a
That is
plus.
a very strong second hand for
We
Kira
said
there.
to the hairdresser, what would be a nice hairstyle for her? Just this would be lovely.
Oh.
This would be lovely. I'm sitting there and I go, better be fucking lovely. Better be fucking lovely. Pixie cut. Is a pixie cut gonna look nice to me? No, I look like a boy. I look like a boy with a bad haircut.
That's a +4 second hand cringe for Kira.
Oh, that's really
I think she got a bonus lay on cringe because she wanted to move the.
Oh yeah, I'm including that in the +4. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
That's really, really sad.
That was when I was in 3rd class.
Oh!
No, third year.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, worse. So my hair was only about here when I moved up to
Oh, sweet Jesus, no.
Ashford. For my dabs, it was only down to my chin.
That's shit.
It has taken me this long to
Yeah,
get it long.
you were actually saying, because remember I was...
My hair does not grow.
This is a really shit thing, right? So,
It
You-
sheds like fuck.
you can see... Okay, so you can see my hair at the moment, right? So it's long enough, right?
Yeah.
This has been trimmed recently.
Mm.
So, I sent a picture to Kira. Actually would have been when I was in Florida. This was back in 2019.
Okay.
I was looking at the photos. My hair is down past my boobs, sort of thing. Like my hair gets really long, and I was complaining to Kira over how long it was, because it's like I can't really do anything with it. And I didn't realize at the time, but the venom in her text messages was there. Been like, you fucking bitch, I still can't get my hair to grow, like sort of thing. Like
my hair stops at like my clavicle, like
yeah, like it is really weird from some. You can see some women walking around and they've got hair down to their arse. Sort of thing. And you'll see other women being like, why won't my hair grow? And then me, I'm kind of like caught in the middle. Like mine will get down, it will get to around here.
Cut off points.
Before my hair will just kind of go, I'm gonna stop now, and it will just stop. And it's really weird, but it also grows significantly quickly as well.
So it's like lower.
Too
low.
Lower.
I always keep my hair long enough that like a guy can at least put it in his own ponytail and just watch me do my job.
Good girl.
I'm gonna award it +2 cringe for Jerry saying that phrase.
No, he gets points for fucking like popping people. That's what he does.
I'm awarding 2 points for that.
But possibly something more than just something.
That's the future husband talking, by the way.
Oh, look at him eat that wrap.
It could be you know.
It will be me. Could
So-
be.
You asked about wrestling stuff.
Yes.
Isn't it? It is basically me, and it all involves my hair.
Oh, okay.
So, one is from DCW. I imagine you know where I'm going with this one.
Right, could very well have been there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So this
Wait
is
for this train
the
wreck.
Anarchy in Arcane.
I was not at the Arcane show.
Well, then you missed out on this because
I certainly did, because it was terrible, apparently.
So literally the week before the show, I went away on holiday to Greece. And while I was there,
Did you get frosted tips?
no, I didn't get frosted tips. I had full head extensions put in. Full length, halfway down my back.
+1, +1, +2 second hand cringe.
Don't look at me when you're telling this story.
Extensions, plaits, all the way down.
You probably look like
So
Guy-
I was like Monica from Friends.
Oh, fucking hell.
Just with really bright blonde extensions put in.
or fucking Guybrush Threepwood if he turned into a crack addict.
Don't do Guybrush dirty like that.
But
You can't even wear them pants.
shut up at the show, like, and people are like, "What the fuck happened to you?" I wrestled on this show, and I reffed on this show, with them, in my hair. I also went to my local pub, a couple of days later, with them in my hair, and from what I gather from everyone that was with me, they did not want to be near me for that, because everyone kept looking at me
Yeah, it's the same
the
thing
entire
as mine.
duration. That is one story. Hair related.
Do you know?
Next one comes a few years later.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And it's most,
I
the most
fucking knew
famous
it was gonna be this one.
There you go.
You can see why we dressed him up as a little birthday.
Oh my god.
It's the most famous one that, like, yeah.
That's Mike.
Yeah, you can definitely see why he's a Middleburg kid.
Yeah.
He's strong and tough.
He's strong and tough.
Just-
Nothing but the vest is good
Just
enough.
put the glasses on and there you go.
Yeah.
The
He
cream
has
is-
glasses on him in that picture, but yeah.
But
And there's me with my M&M hair.
Minimum.
that's nice.
No.
It was actually behaving that day because it had just been done,
Mm.
but.
What is it with
wasn't
mothers
family
putting their
event.
daughters in bobs? What is that?
Don't know.
And there was a reason for that when my hair, when we were little.
Oh, there was
Like
no reason
4.
for me. My mum was just like, put her in a bob. Do you know what? Actually, no, there was a reason. It's because that means my mum didn't have to do anything with my hair.
Yeah.
True.
No.
So the second story
Mm.
is literally like most of these are aware of this because you've probably been there when it happened.
But it can now be finally on the records.
But you weren't there before.
Just agreed.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
I love this story.
Green hair Foxy. The
Mm.
rarest and shiniest form of Foxy.
So show day happens, and I send Joe Cabrera a message, and I basically say to him, "Look, letting you know now, I'm getting my hair dyed, and it's gonna be green." And I get a text back saying, "Okay." Send him a photo when it's bleached, so it's just bright blonde, and it's like, okay. Then I go to the show. I arrive at the venue, which is the old Tivoli, which is no longer around. And I arrive from the back entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
you loved it.
Always rises back.
I did.
Walk in. I'm saying my hellos to people that are standing in the ring. Joe Cabrera is at the sound desk, which is like a distance away.
Mm.
But while I'm walking from the ring all the way up to the sound desk, from what I gather, everyone just stopped what they were doing to watch me walk up to Joe Cabrera
Mm.
with green hair, like proper Joker green,
Yeah.
like hair. And the sound desk, now he's on the sound desk, but the partition comes to about
Yes.
there. So I'm literally standing there
Yeah.
with my nose at. Now he doesn't realise that I've actually dyed the beard as well. So the mustache and beard is actually green as well. So I walk in, he just sees that, he's like, "What the fuck, pal? What are you doing to me?" It's like, "I fucking warned you about this. This is what's happened."
There's a lot there.
And plus it was free. Like,
Mm.
that's why I did it. Because it was free. I was either get it done for free or have to pay a lot of money to get it done.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm getting it done for free.
Does anybody want to try that? It's actually quite nice.
I'm full with
I
wine,
would
thank you.
recommend you though, just in case.
As soon as he's done saying that, literally, I just torn. Now, he hasn't seen the beard. But Fabulous Nicky just hands me a fucking electric razor. I go in the bathroom, shave that off. So it's like, right, we'll make do with that, like, with the hair. So, but I have this for at least 2 to 3 weeks.
You had the green hair for a while.
Yeah, I had it for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it to Comic Con.
Yeah.
I was gonna do Joker, but then I didn't have the funds by the time Comic Con came around.
I remember that comment.
But-
That Comic-Con.
But it also tacks on. It's a double header for the in terms of
excuse me,
shows, because I did a Wrestling.e show, and Jamie Coleman is the MC for the show. Now, I'm already in the ring, but like he's doing the intro for the show and then introduces himself and then me. But then he's like, midway through the show, he's like, "Why do you take the referee's hair?" It's like, he did it for charity. It's like, he knows full well I didn't do it for charity. He's just like,
I gotta get something out
I'll
of
have to
this.
explain
Yeah.
it somehow.
he's trying to justify like why I have green hair. It's like, but yeah, there you
Shut
go.
up, Dad. It's a life choice. You wouldn't understand.
I do like in this kind of conversation that like Joe Cabrera is like the wrestling dad that's always disappointed in people's choices.
Yeah.
It's just like, why? I thought you were getting the fucking thing. Whatever
I'm
it
pretty
is.
sure even as a fan, he was disappointed in my wrestling choices.
Probably, yeah.
Because like anytime I've got my hair dyed
Oh,
since,
Jesus.
I've had a blue,
Mm.
and that was during lockdown, which you all know, and
Yes.
people that watch the channel actually know.
And that was a fucking particular shade of blue. Like I could do the fucking I
That
could
was
do the
that was-
bathroom in that colour, like
That was
fuck me.
electric blue, like that was
Yeah.
proper like sonic blue.
Yeah.
But once I went from blue, I went to silver, which I
Silver.
That was actually better. That was
Actually,
quite nice, yes.
and wore that on the first show back back in August.
You should have made a joke that like lockdown was so hard that just aged.
I should have. But like, had long hair, long silver hair. First show, second show back. I have short hair, but it's frosted tips because the silver is still there. So yeah, and now I have this.
Yes. I'll share my wrestling.
I've gone purple. My hair's now purple.
Yeah, suits you though. It's nice.
Colour of royalty.
Lovely shade.
And you're a queen.
Exactly.
I'm so glad that no one judges this now.
As in the pink ball underneath.
Yeah.
Might go back to silver.
Silver's good.
But
I'm sufficiently full to the extent where I think I need a nap.
that's fair.
Please, thank you.
There you go.
So food coma.
Food coma
I
incoming.
literally had to fucking undo my jeans for Christ's sake.
So
Thank God for high waisted.
I'll share my wrestling cringe story, right?
I'm sick, sorry. Just came out of nowhere.
That was -2 framing.
I'm
only messing.
Yeah,
I'm only
points can be
joking.
taken away.
Points can be taken
not
away.
for something, not for a body.
I know. I'm only messing.
The host can take
It's not
away.
like I jizzed all over the place. Then I would,
I actually own as well.
That'd be 50
I'd
points
be
if you
50
did.
points. Yeah, to be fair.
Added.
Yeah.
I'll make it happen. Give me 2 gifts.
Kira immediately go with a bone.
I know I have them.
You're literally hitting up from both sides with gifts here. This is disgusting.
That's why she
this
likes it.
is literally me getting double teamed.
He's gonna be that repeat of that one shot of like Amy sitting on the couch and there's 5 people. They're just out holding phones. It's exactly the same shot.
It's the casting couch.
The casting couch, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Cringe wrestling story, right. Well, I'll tell you about the one time I got called out in a wrestling promo.
Sure.
Right.
Was it by Don Marnell?
It was not by Don Marnell. It was by the DCW booker, Jared Murphy.
Yeah.
Right. So, DCW is falling on its arse at this stage. It is dying a slow and painful death, right? Like one of those kind of ones where like it's like when you see an animal dying, you know it's dying. It's just going just asthmatically dying, like waiting for death. The cold embrace of death. I'm gonna hold off the story here.
That was not me. That was not me.
I know it was Kira. I could already tell from the look on her face, and that noise.
Every time she does that, that should be a point to her. Because obviously someone has done something to.
But it's not cringy though. It's endearing.
I know.
It's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jared called you out.
Well, he's calling it everybody, right? Now, Jared Murphy was like, what age was he when he was booking in DCW? 21, 22?
He wasn't even that. I think he was like.
Was he younger? 19, 20, whatever he was, yeah.
1920.
Can we say that he spells J with a J?
No, he does spell it with a G, I'm afraid. Yeah, he does let the team down, unfortunately. Like, again, this is a guy who booked himself into matches with likes of Bruiser, kicks out of their finishes.
Dick.
Yeah, like he fancies himself as a proper little Vince Russo, right? Or I say proper, he had a massive fat head. But but the thing with it was that, right, like people were just jumping ship. They were just not working for them anymore because they were taking the piss really with certain things. There was like an incident every show practically. Like people were actively leaving the show on a weekly basis. And I think the final nail in the coffin really was when the likes of when Viper, Sister Laura, Skelly, and Jerry all left, and that was their series. That was their big faction. They were tag team champions. They were being put over big time. World champion going as well, and they just said, "I'm packing it in."
Tag champions, inner city champion, and freaking heavyweight champion.
They had everything, right?
They had all of
So
those.
they were all packing up, and basically Jerry Murphy had like basically sour grapes that everyone was jumping ship, right? And essentially, now I think he was still in college at this age, because I'm pretty sure like someone basically taped him doing this in his like fucking college campus. Because he's just sitting on the bench having a smoke, and he's just shooting on everyone in DCW. And literally, YouTube like video will say Jerry Murphy shoots on the current state of DCW, right? And he calls out everyone. He real names a couple of people, like, you know, he calls Bruiser Kev and like Dragon Joey and all this sort of stuff. You know, he does all that sort of stuff. And then in the kind of the same sentence of talking about Bruiser, Viper, Danny Deans, and the Irish Dragon, he mentions the armchair fans of Jonathan Nolan and Ingrid Igo, who, if you're listening, Ingrid, is Siren, who used to be on the roster. So she's not even apparently classified as a roster member, she's an armchair fan. Which is like, first of all, very fucking disrespectful, by the way. Not even considered part of the roster.
It was DCW, so do you know what?
I understand that. But the hilarious thing is that as well, like, right, that's one level of cringe from DCW. The other one I can add is when they did an angle with the DCW superfan, right? Which is a guy called Lee Finn. He was an addict, right?
Yeah.
Recovering addict. And basically got on.
There's your points there already.
Yeah, thank you. But like, he was a recovering addict, and a genuine nice guy. I actually did like him. He's just the kind of person who's a hanger-oner, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that in a sense.
He's a nice lad. I liked him.
Not malicious.
So-
No ill intent at all. But the fact was that they did an angle with him on the run up to DCW Mania. Which already, I think Cringe points worthy for just having a show called DCW Mania.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Name
And they
that
didn't
term
angle.
promotion.
Yeah. And they did the show. They did the spot where, like, during the show, Dave Long calls out the superfan Lee Finn. He gets into the ring and does a fucking Lou test press and hits the fucking gun.
Yeah.
And this is like in the middle of the show. Like, it's like, what the fuck is going on? This is your biggest show. This is like Vince McMahon calling out the Brock Lesnar guy for a scrap. What are you doing? It's fucking Paul Heyman gonna call out Vladimir for a row. Like, what's going on here? Like, fucking, I'm there sitting there going like, what the fuck is going on? Like even 3 or 4 shows in, I'm going, this is terrible. I was still on Mark at this stage. I should be enjoying this. No, this is horrible. Like, it's horrendous, like, the way it went on. But to be fair, anything DCW was cringe. Like, in fairness, those are just 2 examples, but ones that were, like, pertinently relating to me, because I was, like, had the fantastic responsibility of putting the chairs around for that DCW show.
Who called you out, Amy? How no did you if you can catch your breath there.
And not make a mess of my couch in the process.
No, it's not filled. It wasn't filled. I said
no. It's not filled. It's excellently timed. There's a few people that called me out.
it's to do with the food.
Oh fuck it. Yeah. So we were at a Belfast show, and it was a Redacted versus Shane Strickland.
I see.
And it was a very mixed group of fans who were up for Redacted and who were up for Strickland.
Yes.
And at that point I was having difficulty picking a side.
Mm.
So I was kind of like, I want him to win, or I was cheering for one, and then I'd be cheering for Strickland, and then Strickland at one point just kind of stopped wrestling along with the other wrestler and just looked dead at me and went, pick a side! And I just screamed, I just want you both to have fun! No, pick a side! And I just sat there and I just went, come on Strickland! That's right! And then that was the rest of the match. And then the other wrestler looked at me as if I'd broke his heart and went, why you do that to me? And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but you scared me. I had Don Marnell call out my mother and like say that he was sleeping with my mother.
Yeah. I remember that. That was hilarious.
Was that the
Well, that's Don Marnell. I had the sign. I had the well, it's Don Marnell sign. He's like, huh, fan the crown. You think you're smart, and like, and stuff like that. And he goes, yeah, well, I met your ma last night and I smashed her box. And I was just
Like Crash Bandicoot, yeah.
Right, and I was kind of like, wow, and you can just hear Ali on the VOD. Go on, Yvonne! I'm just like, wow, thank you for that, Alison. I appreciate your activities into soiling my sweet dear mother's good name. What else had happened? There was the soon signs. Keith Lee having a conversation with me at ringside while he was just chilling. It was his first time Keith Lee was there. They were up against British Strong Style and he was chilling inside because Donovan Dijakovic,
yeah.
Yeah, he was in the match and there was someone else, I can't remember who else. And they were chatting away. And
It was Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb, thank you. And it was literally Keith Lee was just
Jeff Cobb.
it was someone else.
Someone similar to Jeff Cobb. Sammy Cobb.
That's
Thank you.
who it was, yes.
It was the Death Machine, yes.
Yeah, and Keith Lee like literally stood in the corner while all the other lads did their work while he was chatting to me.
Oh yeah, he was breaking because his dive was up next or something.
He was like, oh my god, I have to fucking follow all this, and we were like, nah, chill, man. You just stay here, just chat with us. Me and Ali are just like, we want you so bad, like we will take it in turns, sir.
Oh my god!
That's legit what me and Ali kept screaming.
He was single at the time.
He was single at the time, and like me and her just didn't have it in us to try and take him down. Like you
were trying to have it in you.
You were trying to tactically decide what
we
would be best.
literally at that point we had agreed. We was like, we will double team the hell out of this. Like we will literally see if he's up for a tag team type situation, but we just couldn't get it out. Like we couldn't get the words out. I very easily got my tits out on that show, but we weren't.
The more
me telling the story is just cringe.
Points for tits.
There was a few.
Tits have gotten their points again.
Always.
Hey, you leave my tits alone. Good girls.
No, I'm saying that's a good thing.
Yeah, they're a very good thing.
Ali also got called out.
Who doesn't
Ali,
love fucking
Ali got
tits?
called out by Keeley as well, actually, when he was versus Speedball.
Mm.
And she was cheering Speedball, and I was cheering Keith. And at one point, Keith even was like, your friend knows what's up, your friend knows what's going on. And he started kicking Speedball, and then he just went, look what you're making me do to him. And then Speedball just went to Ali, why are you making me do this to me? And Ali was just like, no, this is so unfair. And I'm like this, boom, bitch, get out the way.
Actually, I just got one there for a cringe.
But
I
like,
just got a
when
cringe
we
promo.
were finishing though, we went out and we went to get merch.
Yeah.
And because I wanted to get the Keith Lee, because I'd gotten a t-shirt at Strong Style for
Yeah.
Keith Lee, and I was like, I wanted to get the male version of it as well. And Ali came up with me, and as soon as Speedball saw her, he was like, no, I don't want to talk to you. He hurt me because of you. And I'm just like, hey, I backed the right horse. Didn't I, Keith? And he goes, yes, you did, darling. Yes, you did. And I'm like, I want to make love to you. I didn't say that to him, but I felt it.
He thought it. He thought it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I was like telepathically like stripping him of his tights, of his trunks, and that was it. I was already, in my mind, I was spread eagle on the fucking, on the fucking ring.
Listen, it just reminded me of like the best, worst promo I've ever heard in the ring. And funny enough, it's at a Fight Factory show, right? Now you might be forgiven for thinking,
Is this the Pride one?
no,
Because that was fucking
that was cringe. That was 100% cringe. Not the one I was thinking of, but good shout, right? Points for that.
Oh, I wasn't at that one either.
No, I was at that one. I was going like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, I was at that one.
Yeah. No, the one I'm thinking of is
I missed that one.
Oh yeah, no, I was. I wish. Oh Jesus Christ, what?
you do wish you missed this, like, because you can tell from the first sentence, like people just going, okay. Anyway, but this is not necessarily around the same idea, but funny enough, in a situation that involved Dom Tuck was not the one to be cringing at, right? This is the promo where a genuine contracted WWE superstar, he is redacted, so I'm not gonna say more. You'll know who it is, right? And he, JD. So he's doing the thing, like, so Dom Tuck is doing the kind of like the cringy kind of stuff.
Oh,
anyway, and he plays it so well.
This is
The Cashmere Cardigan.
Oh,
Now
no.
this is at a Fight Factory show.
Oh my god, I'm having a flashback to it. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even let him up. I ripped into him over this.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, right?
Like when I'm ripping into you over Cashmere Cardigan, where he couldn't say Cashmere Cardigan.
Okay.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's the entire sentence. The sentence
fucking
itself
horrific.
is complete. Is like a word soup, right? Because he throws him out the ring. He fucks the cardigan up. He puts it on himself and then throws it back at him, whatever it is. And obviously he's got a good line in him, right? He's got a whopper fucking sentence to end this promo. And he grabs the microphone and he tries to say it, and it all comes out fucking jumbled. He said, "You better bring your cashmere cardigan mother back to your David pennies and Gavin there." And like, this is a contracted WWE star who can't say a sentence.
It sounds like you're gagging.
Foxy, how much points do I get for that?
Oh,
50.
that's the game winner there. That's
I
the
give that a
home
10.
one.
Oh.
Because it wasn't a once off.
No.
She actually tried to. She tried it.
Yeah.
I was having a flashback to Cena in life. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen live. Because like
Right now, there's a dog around the corner going, "What the fuck is that?"
It's like a group of us all
Long as
sitting.
Latina.
Yeah.
There's a group of us all sitting in our seats in the sun, and we were just like, "Oh, good Lord, Jordan, just get it out, just spit it out." You just want to slap him on the back, and then afterwards, it didn't matter who you were. There was children, there was
Shielders.
There was children just coming up to him and just kept saying, "Say Cashmere Cardigan, say Cashmere Cardigan."
This is again a contracted WWE star.
Oh.
A simple sentence would have sufficed, but no.
That was like, it was as if he was trying to say she says down by the seashore.
That's exactly what it was.
No,
Like, yeah.
it was glorious.
Betty butter, Betty butter, but the
It
butter
was
was
glorious, like.
Betty butter, which is better than the
Oh,
Betty butter,
glorious.
Betty butter.
That's boring.
But yes.
I want to bite it.
Yeah. Anyone else want to share cringy wrestling stories? Casey, you must have one.
I am
Yeah,
not
you
following that.
No, but you must have a couple, Casey. Like you've been around for yonks like ourselves. Like
Oh, I just want to bite it. Just bite it.
And, I thought it was cringy, but I remember one of the first times Irish Dragon was in OTT. He hit the super quick, and this was back when TV was 80 days.
Yes.
And not empty, but you could have your pick of seats.
Oh yeah.
So I remember,
that didn't last long.
Early days OTT were actually quite chill. It's mad. Like to think of it now.
Yeah.
Weird.
but
Sorry about that.
I'm not forgiving you.
So sorry. Wait, what the fuck did I do to you?
Anyway, so
Oh shit, use a double teams now.
Irish Dragon hits the super kick, looks up around, and I shout out 450 because like
You're a bollocks.
I
Yeah.
know him from a different promotion. That's the move he does after the super
That was his
kick.
finisher. Yeah.
He looked at me and pointed, and I was all happy. But so not very cringy, but
Double header.
probably a cringe-worthy one would be I'm down in a holiday.
She's bringing the phone with her.
I'm not going into the bathroom.
There we go. Just so we can actually see it on the fucking camera.
Sorry, Casey.
Faces.
The ovary buster.
Oh no.
My God! He's in the ovarian buster! You dirty son of a
But
bitch!
she's still down.
Hey-o!
Hey! On your knees!
Lower the cage.
Dun 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 dun.
Raise the cage.
Dun 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 dun.
Might want to hold that plate. It's not
Casey.
fair. They picked two really good ones.
So Casey, Irish Dragon was about to hear the 450. What were you
Yeah,
thinking
me
at this
drink.
moment in time?
I need a drink.
Oh.
Did you get my drink?
His response was,
No? Actual drink?
Alcohol.
Actual drink.
Actual
I
drink?
thought you was handing you your glass.
Okay.
You just put it into the sink.
Ew.
I'm new person here. Carry on, Casey.
anyway, so yeah. Irish Dragon then looked at me, recognised me from before, and pointed back, and I was like, yeah, my little
Thanks.
Mark. But, well, wait.
That's good.
So, anyway, that wasn't really that cringy, that was just me being a fanboy moment.
Yeah.
But, other cringy moment was down in Trudbalgan, I think. They had this kind of very small, for kids, like 10 and under, wrestling show where they literally sell foam bats, like foam, no, not bats, foam little,
The hands, like the hammers.
yeah, foam
Yeah, yeah.
hammers, and they encourage you to almost act like lumberjacks. Only time they hear the Toronto and you went up and batter them. You know, like I said, for kids only. So I go because, you know, it's wrestling and I'm the only one in the family there. And my auntie goes, I'll go with you for the thing. So she comes in to me, sits down, bored out of her tits. She says, right, I'm done. Gets up. Real deal, Andy Steele gets up, takes off his thing. You know the way he's built like a fucking thing. My auntie sits back down beside me and goes, taps me on the knee and goes, I think I'm gonna stay. And just like spends the whole match oogling Andy. And I am just this is uncomfortable. I want to watch wrestling, but I don't want to know my auntie's turned on. Yay! And I actually told Andy this a few years later when I met him.
You need to move that plate. I'm begging you to move the plate. There's no friction.
But anyway,
Now I need to put this somewhere now.
just
Take from that sentence what you will.
yes. But yeah, like I kind of know what you're saying because I remember like one time when we were in Tivoli, and like a friend of mine who we went to the shows a couple of times. Like, now, this is not a cringy story, but it's kind of like the kind of same thing where suddenly just like a hair hit by a wall of pheromones. Like this was the Osprey Ricochet match, right? That we had in the Tivoli, and it's the first time this this friend of mine has ever seen Ricochet. Now, heard of him and know about Prince Puma and all that sort of jazz, but actually seen him in the flesh, right? And she's sitting kind of like in the front row of the stage seating beside me, right? And we're standing there, we're all having a good laugh, and we see Ricochet, and he like takes the kind of the hood off, and there's like, you know, like in a kind of like a Pokemon battle, there's eye contact. I was like, oh, they're locked in. It was like exactly that, and you could just see hers going. It was like, oh. It literally got hit by an actual pheromone, like actually attacked. I shall not continue on with the rest of that story.
Like a Pokemon attack.
Pretty much, yeah. It was just literally like, it was like
Pheromone dust!
He's the
What? Oh, Ricochet appeared. It's super
That's
effective.
Amy right now.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
Cringy though.
Use ovary destroyer.
Right. Okay. So the
Mother
wrap.
Nature's already done that to me.
So the wrap up this episode, right? I've got one here for you, right? On this kind of thought, has another person given you secondhand cringe? Because we've had it as a kind of running theme so far.
Dennis did last week and for off the record.
I know that, but what I'm saying is in the
Kira
flesh.
did tell me 2 minutes ago what her story was. And
But-
The hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about someone like perhaps like someone you don't know or someone.
I
that,
get it off movies. I get
Okay.
secondhand
Yes.
cringe watching movies. Watching American Pie for the first time gave me so much secondhand cringe.
Okay, that's a good example. Yeah.
I can't remember them now, but like
Anyway,
You fucking know what you did.
yeah, the fast
Mr.
forward
Fozzie.
cringe scenes if you're actually
Yeah,
watching
you
them
gotta
again.
skip
You
them.
can't
Yeah,
actually
it's
watch
not
the last one that said
I'm not gonna hit Kira.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
She can. No, she picked this up.
So yeah, you hit me. Fuck
You're the
that.
closest one to me. She's
she's tactically out of range.
just.
Just because I laugh, fuck off. Like you laughed as well.
I'm okay.
Do you want us to stop?
What's the right etiquette like for jerking off at someone else's house? Like, is there a right etiquette to
I
it?
think it's
I need
called
a few
wet
minutes.
dream, maybe. What's a wet dream when you're awake?
More masturbating, I guess. A fantasy, daydream.
Wet daydream.
I have an
Wet
idea for a
daydream.
subject. So like, that'll be for next time I host.
Oh, fuck right off.
Hi, I'm Noel Fox. This is my top 10 wanks.
Is it gonna be something like where was the weirdest place you've had sex? Because I have you all beat with the graveyard.
No. Why would I tell you this fucking subject like before we've done it?
So that people like me can actually think about it.
I'll
Be
write
fair.
it for you if you want. I'll
Dude,
give you
no,
a very
we're all doing
detailed
this on the fly.
description.
Yeah.
What?
We're all doing this on the fly. Jesus.
Sorry, oh
My
my god.
memory is
I
shit.
thought you said something else there altogether, and I was like, when did you do it there?
What do you think I said?
Aww. That's wholesome.
So,
Do you want to see
Casey.
Michael?
No, you heard the story.
Oh, right.
Cringe story.
Oh, second on cringe, right. So, yeah,
My
well,
mum and dad are just letting us know that they got to.
I'm going to be talking about my shoe job here, right, for a while. And we have some odd people in the
The
job.
fact that he calls it a shoe job when he's like not even a wrestler. Like, you fucking poser.
I mean, it's very, I don't know, it sounds nicer, I don't know. But,
Oh, is that Daisy? That's not
Yes.
Daisy.
When
That's Daisy.
That's Daisy.
That's easy, folks.
That's Daisy.
Daisy!
Daisy's gotten big.
She has. They all fucking lied. She's not gonna be small. She's gonna be big.
Oh, she's gonna be really big.
mm,
Have you seen Daisy?
Nancy Daisy.
Look at Daisy. She's not
For
racist.
context.
Daisy's a dog.
Although, at
Sorry,
least,
double context.
I was about to say, from this side it looks like a naked goblin.
Hey, ring bell, yeah?
Oh, have you met Belle?
I have not met Bell.
Oh, I think we might. Okay, I have two
Well,
possible
yeah,
ring
you need to
bearers.
check to make sure she's not racist.
She's not a racist. Oh, Belle's not a racist. Don't worry.
Mm.
You don't know that.
Belle's a chocolate lab. She's my chocolate lab. She will happily bring the ring.
Mm.
I did show you that one, didn't I?
If not, she might eat it.
Yeah.
So,
So,
5,600
we're
messages.
talking about like.
I was talking about, like, yeah, so
Some of your
there's
shoe jump.
some of the people I have to work with, right?
Your shoe
So,
jump.
so there's one, you have a Jerry,
Yeah.
right? We also have a
Jerry.
Jerry with a J.
Jay, yeah. We also have a Jerry, and she has been,
With an
I-
I.
yes, that's a good way of doing it, yeah. Although, fortunately, she's
Yeah.
unfortunately too much of a depressing like unit to be a spice of some kind. Like I can't even like describe her as a human, just a unit of mass. You know, kind of like so. She So so during like a couple of drinks, right? We like someone asks like, why is this person off sick so much? And she goes, and we kind of explained, and it's A, B, C, and D. And then, like literally, we're just like at this stage of spilling tea about this person that we've had to work with, right? How she's had like a psychotic meltdown and all this sort of jazz, right? And the cringe, so they're cringing at that. I go like, oh god, you've had to work with her, yes, for several years. And they shared so going, we always thought she was a bit of an oddball, right? And legit from like 4 different people on 2 or 3 different nights from 4 different departments, they shared the exact same story of how they found her in the parking lot of the building with a rhythmic gymnastic band, like one of those ribbons, and just doing a routine to herself with music, like a little kind of like boombox beside her, and she's just doing it by herself after hours, and security had to move her on. It's like, you can't do that here. Like she's in the middle of a concrete parking lot doing a rhythmic like gymnastic routine with one ribbon. It's just one ribbon. That's it. It's like in full kind of get up as well. It's like it's genuinely it's something you think it'll be written in like the fucking Office or something. And
those emos that dance on the fucking
Just singing with those just shook.
fucking techno.
Yeah.
Fucking
But legit, like this, like with the fact was that it's the same story that 3 or 4 different people told us in isolated incidents. Like it wasn't the fact that like it kind of like followed on each time. They were all telling the exact same story with the exact same person, completely in a vacuum. I was just thinking like, okay, I've now felt this story the 4th time and I'm already still cringing. I'm not how it's felt. I've already know about this. I'm still going, just a mental image of like having to see her in the parking lot with a fucking ribbon.
I have a weird one for cringing up, but not because of embarrassment, but just because of
Okay.
junkies shooting up behind the building where we used to work in AXA. They couldn't
Oh,
get
yeah.
a vein on their
Yep.
arm, so they just dropped trout.
Yeah.
On the groin,
Started
yeah.
injecting into the
Yeah,
tip.
I saw that too,
And
yeah.
it's very much like, the guards are right there, why are you doing this in front of our building?
There's like an alleyway, like you can see from the lab window, and you can see them shooting up there as well.
Yeah, it's like, because whatever way it was, so like you have the Garda Ombudsman, then you have the AXA building,
Yeah.
and there's like a little laneway in there, but it's actually the AXA car park is where it's going in there, and they just shoot up there. One of them robbed me. He was really polite about it. Shockingly.
I was like, hello, I hope you don't mind.
It was more
when
like...
when I used to work
It was...
at the hotel
This is a
beside
stick-up.
his.
Yeah.
You don't want all your money, you don't have to give me all
It was
but, like,
legit.
just
It
a
was
little bit.
more along the line of, I don't want your wallet, I don't want your cards, I just want whatever cash I have on. And I went, I don't carry cash, I'm a fucking idiot. And he was just like, you honestly got no cash on you? And I'm like, no, I don't, and I don't really like needles either, so can you stop shoving that on my face? So I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I just really need cash. And I was like, oh, give me like 10 minutes and I'll just go to the ATM machine.
I didn't realise.
I literally went to the ATM machine and took out money to give to him. So I don't know. I actually don't know if I was robbed anymore.
Yeah, that is wrong.
Was I being robbed?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
he
you were
didn't-
being coerced.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't come to the ATM.
No, you're being
machine.
coerced.
No,
Yeah.
of course. You
Okay.
had a needle put in your face and you were...
Yeah.
Grand. Okay, then now I feel a little bit better now knowing that I didn't just like, oh fuck, I'll just give you the money. So.
No. I used to work at the hotel beside... that wasn't me this time.
No.
Beside Jonathan's work. That laneway that you're talking about, I used to park in.
Mm.
Did you?
Yes.
You shouldn't park there.
No,
No.
I didn't park
You
there.
should not. First lesson.
Yeah. I moved very quickly over to a different car park.
I'm sorry. It's not that. It's fine. It's just me. Oh, you shouldn't park there.
You should start.
I'm sorry. I
Okay. Moving onwards.
Yes.
So, I had a red Mondeo at the time,
Mm-hmm.
which was the undercover car at the time. So I came out of work
Grey car.
Yeah.
and I'm in a wine fucking shirt.
Yes.
I'm not Jensen Ackles. And so I get into the car and I am pulling out and I get a on the window. I roll down the other window.
Mm.
What? You guard! Do I fucking look like a guard?
And it's something the guard would say.
Yeah.
They looked at, I was like, what? No, I'm not a guard. Okay. Like, fuck off. I don't, like, I'm 5 foot nothing.
You did have their Garda card though, to be fair. All they see
They
is
see
car.
me coming out
They
of the
all-
hotel in the hotel uniform. I've kicked half of them out of the hotel.
They're probably
for
like-
trying to use the bathroom to shoot up.
They're probably like, Jesus, this undercover is really taking it seriously.
No.
I mean, I remember like on 2 different occasions I was confused as a tram guard from Estonia. Like critically, I was called Estonian by 2 different junkies on 2 different trams. I don't know why like Estonia was such a sticking point at the time, but they just presumed I was not only foreign but from specifically Estonia. Like I'm just wondering, was it like a fucking flag on my collar or something like that? I don't know what it was, but they just assumed like this was was Estonia in a nutshell.
I do get very
Slavic.
Slavic.
When I was working on the Nikon tech support,
Yeah.
I got asked if I was Japanese. I was like, no, we're all Irish on this line.
Yeah.
Are you sure you sound really
Are you sure you're not Japanese? Like,
I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've lived in Ireland.
last time I
all my
checked,
life.
yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Ooh. Jeez.
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you!
He literally dropped the nuke and left.
Dropped a grenade and ran.
He fucking dropped 3 of them.
Casey.
Because this whole thing is cringe,
Oh.
right? Polite racism.
Okay.
Polite racism.
Polite.
Let's end the show
I
on
want
polite
to
racism.
so badly. Not polite racism, sorry.
It
That's-
happens all the time.
I really hope not. Oh,
I'm fucking trying to!
who won?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Casey to finish the story and then we'll find a winner.
I actually really think like I need like a dildo or something else because this is not fair anymore.
Okay.
Apparently your story is so good, Casey, you know.
Get used to it, love.
+5 points to Casey!
Oh hell!
The future Mr. McGee.
What I call
I'm
polite
taking his
racism
name.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
is
Old
Old fashioned. Old fashioned.
Yeah,
It's Kratos' best mate, like.
yeah, fair point, yeah.
Oh. Sorry. Casual racism.
Polite racism.
polite
Polite
racism. It's when people are sort of racist, but they're not being out and out racist.
Like
Like,
the way we are.
okay, right. I used to do dance classes, right?
Okay.
We started doing the rumba one of the nights. I thought, I'm excited to learn the new dance because we did like foxtrot and the waltz as well.
Right, yeah.
So she goes, right, we're going to do the rumba tonight.
Yeah.
I think, great. One of the other girls goes, oh, yeah, you'll be great at this. I'm like, what? And she goes, yeah, you'll be great at this, you know. This is a Latin dance, Latino dance.
Oh
I'm
no.
looking at her, I'm like,
Black, not Hispanic.
But,
I'm
yeah.
Irish. And she goes,
Oh, sorry, sorry.
the face dropped. And it's just like everyone had drinking and shit laughing. I just laughed it off and then like I'm on the way home, I'm like, hold on.
Those women were in the nip.
Exactly like that.
Oh god. So.
Yeah.
So that's been everything on the records. Foxy.
Yes.
Everything you heard is on the record, apart from the very like sincere dialogue.
Oh,
That wasn't me.
No. So.
My mouth went dry. My mouth went dry.
So I think it's been a good day for Cringe. Both in the room and in Amy's ovaries.
Oh, fuck me.
Well, you know, whenever's good for you, I suppose.
Oh, and he hits his hand. Oh, I can't.
So it's up to me as the host of the show to
I
declare a
actually
winner.
get new underwear.
I have a smell from here. And
That
Who's
makes
the
me
winner?
really very, very self-conscious. I can never say that.
I know.
It's a joke.
I know.
Who's the winner?
I think I am. Do you know that? I think I've won.
No, you haven't.
No, I mean in general.
No,
I think
generally,
I've won.
Amy's had the best time. You know, she actually will need a cigarette after all this.
You will what?
Need a cigarette.
I was gonna say something else.
I need something else other than a cigarette.
Yeah. But I think I think everyone's had a good lot of cringe stories.
Yes.
Enjoyed listening to them all. And I think Foxy, you had some very good ones, mostly about your hair. Yes, and about the lifetime of wrestling. I think Kira and Amy also did very well on the hair rounds, as we were calling it.
I'm glad I didn't tell the story about my first time having sex.
I think I'm no doubt sexual experience will come in a separate episode.
Yeah, trust me, I'm saving that one.
I'm holding my tongue.
Oh, I'm saving that one.
Is that what happened? Is it?
Holding her tongue.
Just
It was some home, but it wasn't that.
hold the line. But yeah, I think the winner for this episode, mainly because I enjoyed his combos of cringe, is KC.
Oh, that means you're stuck come to another recording. I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
I think you're today's winner because I enjoyed the polite racism you shared with the group. I think it works as a little bit level of counselling.
Did he only win because he's black?
No.
Because that's polite racism right there.
Absolutely not.
Wait,
He won because he went to the same school and I emotionally
There
related to
we
him.
go.
There we go.
And
Yeah, we did
go to the same school.
Yeah.
He's not even dating a year yet. Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
give him at least
Next
6
month,
months.
when next time you're a host, then I'll make you win. That's fine.
Oh, nepotism, I see.
Yes.
also, as a result of one of my cringe stories, you got banned leaving the school grounds. You had to wait.
Yeah, there you go. That was your cringe story, like rippled,
And reverberating effects.
reverberated. Yeah, exactly.
Because of me, they have a law about that.
Particularly racist law. Let's be fair. But yeah. So Casey, next time when we're on the record, you will be the host and pick the topic of choice.
Oh shit.
Whatever you want us to
Oh
talk about.
no!
Oh.
It is a lot of pressure, but I have trust and confidence in you that you will be able to pull this off. So
With great
Until-
power comes great responsibility.
absolutely no pressure, mate. You know?
No.
That's like,
With-
just like,
with
what are you doing?
Great
behind
power,
me?
there must come great responsibility.
It's not guaranteed. That means it's not guaranteed you'll be
sir.
responsible with it.
You threw 3 bombs. That is just.
By the way, we all seen
I
when
know,
we're home
that's what
far
I
from
had to-
home, yeah?
Had to
Oh wait,
basically like triple
don't come
combo.
in. No way
That
home.
would- that
No
would-
way home. Yes,
You all seen that?
yes, yeah, we have. So
Is the outro done yet?
we're doing the outro. We're
Okay,
about to do
alright,
it.
sorry.
Pay
Only
attention!
takes about 20 minutes.
Which is very easy.
Yeah.
Practice.
I don't know if it comes across in this recording.
That
But,
works in my favour.
Squirrel.
Anyway,
So
if you liked the video, please like, subscribe, send us your comments. What did you agree on? What did you relate to?
That's
And what did you
technically
cringe
his nickname,
to?
so
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it.
share your cringe, by the way,
Yeah.
in the comments if you're willing.
We'd
If
like
you're
to hear
willing-
that.
If you're willing to share it in the comment section, by all means.
Points to
we'd love hear
you.
it. Yes.
Suggestions for topics.
Yes.
Yes.
Always. In case Casey can't think of anything in the time we go back to record.
I have nothing to add because this has just been really embarrassing, but amazingly happy for me though this entire recording.
Amy is the clear winner, like,
I
overall.
won. Oh, I won overall. I'm a winner, and I'm gonna have a fun night tonight when I go home.
I feel like we're just holding you up now at this stage, so we'll leave it here and let Amy sort herself out.
Like legit, my mouth went dry.
Oh no, I can't. No.
Go on, folks, you have to say it.
No, I don't.
I would have.
I'm ending recording in 3.
I would have rather my mouth went dry was the last word of that one.
Foxy, I'm ending recording in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.